Okay, CashX Chronicles number 10. Get it while it's hot. Extra, extra. Quickly before they run out. This is a limited edition. Cash, how are you, sir?
I'm always good, Richard. How you doing, man?
You're always good. You was good 5 minutes ago when we attempted this, and you're good now. And we've also got Sam in the room. Sam, how are you today, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, guys.
Good.
Nice to see you.
What's up, Sam?
We was discussing the importance of the British cup of tea a minute ago. Very important, and hard to get in other parts of the world. Now, Cash, very quickly before we get into today's topic, CashX, how's it doing? What's the liquidity like, matey?
Always looking good, man. Think liquidity's around like 400K. Yeah, everything's looking real nice, man. Treasuries are just buying the shit out of all the coins, bro. And yeah, supply's getting eaten the fuck up quick.
It is indeed. I noticed that we basically were at all-time highs. We got to 6.3 PLS, I think. Hex took that mega dump, which obviously dragged us down a bit, but we're recovering nicely from that, aren't we?
Yeah, everything's looking very sexy.
Hey, good. All righty. So, why should I be excited? FOMO, fear of missing out. What's so limited edition about what you're going to talk about today, then, bud?
So yeah, we got the L token coming. So basically, you got to burn your tokens to get it. So the supply starts at 0. The contracts are done. We just got to link it up to the minting contract, and so yeah, the coin, it will start at zero supply. Yep. The OA has a minting function. That minting function is going to be passed over to the minting contract, and then people can go and for example, so you can use any coin. You can use CashX, DistroX, DivX, and GSX, and basically, example, if you put in a million CashX, you're going to get back a million LcashX. And that transaction is going to burn 80% of the CashX, and it's going to sell 20% of the CashX and sell the PLS to the new L token treasury that's going to build up, and that's going to go into external investments to generate cash flow to buy and burn and future revenue share and stuff like that. Exactly what we do with everything else.
Yeah, okay. So that's unlike a sacrifice where we sacrificed to fund the treasury initially. This is going to be what will be a treasury, but it'll be a slower build, but it will gain traction with every minting of the L token. The treasury will get 20% of that mint in PLS. Over time, that treasury,
yes,
unlike the treasuries before, where it was made at the start, obviously you're doing investments, etc. However, there's no necessarily, it would only go up. It starts off as nothing, but it's only going to go up into the right treasury.
Exactly. And the token has a tax as well. It has a 6.5% tax each of the L tokens, and 4% goes to the treasury to feed it. 0.5% burns LcashX. 0.5% buys and burns CashX, 0.5% reflects LcashX, 0.5% burns LcashX, and 0.5% to auto add liquidity and burn the liquidity.
Okay. Question is what liquidity is it going to burn? PLS?
Yeah, it's gonna be the L token, whichever one it is, /PLS, and burn that liquidity.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the same as you said for all 4 tokens. Now, am I right in thinking, I remember you saying it in the chat, all 4 L tokens will share one treasury?
Yeah, they're going to share one treasury, though. The entire L tokens will be of one treasury.
Lovely. So actually then, you know, this momentum could actually build up quite quickly if 20% of every mint from all 4 is going to be going to add into the same treasury. That could actually get substantial in quite a short space of time.
Yeah, and like what I was saying before, right? So it's not transferring any of the treasury money from the original coins, but it's creating its own new treasury, and it's basically capturing and moving that value with it when it goes from CashX to LcashX. The value stays over there, but it's moving linear, and like it's moving like together. So like the ecosystem market cap is approximately $1 million. The treasuries are worth approximately, let's say, $200,000. So we got 20% to treasury to market cap. So when we're making the L token, when you're minting it, 20% of that value of what you're putting in goes to that treasury to carry over. So it's backed by the same value in a treasury, right? So if the entire ecosystem got burned, it would have the exact same treasury as the CashX ecosystem does.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good point. With this treasury building, let me say it's 20% sells. So on one hand, you say that's still pressure, but the reality of it is the treasury would have anything the treasury would actually mint itself has come from it's buying the token where there's a tax for the treasury.
Yes, exactly.
And then when it mints
so the treasuries buy the shit out of the tokens. The treasuries buy the shit out of the tokens, and basically we're going to try to keep it basically pegged. So if it went above the actual value of the original token, that would incentivize somebody to burn the original token, mint the L token, and dump the L token. If it goes below peg, well, the treasury certainly want to buy up burned CashX, pre-burned, that is at a discount value, right? So either way, the treasuries can keep it at peg, and the liquidity would be very low because the market cap, the supply starts at zero. So whatever is put into the contract is what comes out the other end of the contract, and everything just moves like together. The value moves together. You know what I mean?
For sure. So that's really interesting.
We're leaving more value for the original holders, and we're also creating more value for the new tokens that are being minted.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I think it would be really crucial once this is actually up and running. I'll probably do a little video to show how to mint and burn, but also for people to pre-plan if their idea is to I want the CashX, but I'm going to mint LcashX so I can sell it back for more. Just plan out accordingly, because you're going to face those taxes. You want to make sure that once you've done all your transactions, you end up with more CashX if that was your plan. So
for the CashX, it would need to be 11% spread, right, for it to be profitable for you, right?
Gotcha. There you go. So things like that we need to know, because you're paying the taxes. Well, if you're already holding CashX, you're not having to encounter the tax to mint.
Exactly.
You will.
And LcashX, it burns itself, right? It burns original token, and it's got the treasury. That treasury is going to get to work right away, and the supply is going to be really small, and the liquidity is going to be thin. It's going to be really easy to move the price either way. Like, we got monster treasuries, and the whole ecosystem is monstrous, and we can just focus what we need where and do whatever we want, right?
Yeah. To recap on
the farms, like I said before, there'll be the L token / PLS, and then the L token / the original token that it was burned with. So if it's CashX, it will be LcashX, CashX, and LcashX PLS. And those farms will pay GSX, DivX, and DistroX.
Nice. Okay, so 2 farms for each of the L tokens to start with. I can only imagine that's not finite. You might have plans for other farms in the future, maybe with other tokens. But for launch, it's got PLS and PEP.
More will be added.
I mean, I would imagine the more LPs, the more opportunity for the ARB bots that might create the ARB opportunities for users to mint and sell back. But of course, we've got to start somewhere. So PLS and parent. We've got old Jason in the stream as well. How you doing, Jason? He's on mute. He's there though. He's lurking.
What's up, Jason? Yeah.
Well, you
Finally,
know, he might.
Jason's here.
Well, he's here, but whether or not he turns his mic on, we might warm him up to that one day. Either way, if you've got any questions, Jay, then do jump in, bud. Just before you, so with the farms, you've got 2 farms. It's going to be on next year as well. Here's a question. I'm going to hold my CashX forever until I can stake it. Could I do the same with L tokens?
Yes, definitely. So L token, there's going to be revenue share as well when PLF hits 10x stack. We might be able to do it a little before that, but guaranteed 100% when PLS hits 10x stack. Okay,
so much like the same mechanics as say CashX. After pulse chain season,
yes,
the treasury will convert to stable and then start offering single side staking. And that was for EDI, is that correct?
Yeah, everything is going to be EDI. When we convert the treasuries, everything is going to be just paid out in EDI. That's it. Just stable coin, man.
Awesome. Okay. One thing you did say I'd like to arc back to is the benevolent nature of these treasuries. So you say you aim to keep a general peg between the parent token and the L token. When the price of the L token is lower, you say the treasury is going to look to buy up because it wants to accumulate those L tokens for the reflections. Yeah. But when it's higher, you said the treasury probably isn't interested per se in the ARB opportunities. That's more for the community to engage in. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. That's for the community to mint and dump. They can mint and dump. And then as we buy and burn, that will also push up the ratio. And when the ratio gets pushed up, that's going to incentivize more burning and minting, right? So as we go along and as we burn coins and as we pump the ratios of our other coins, raising the APRs, people are going to be incentivized to keep burning tokens to mint more of the L token and to reduce the supply of the CashX and the rest of the tokens and increase the other supplies of the small supplies of the other tokens.
Indeed.
Which are all backed basically by the same value treasury.
Yes. Okay. We've got another community member. Rob's in the house. I don't know. There he is. How are you doing, Rob?
Always. I'm just listening in, all right?
Good man. No worries. We're just
talking about good friend.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Any questions, my man? Then just jump in. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Cheers, boys.
Hey, awesome. So, Cash, I like the sound of it. I want to do it. When can I do this?
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to buy it and but no, it's not available right now, man. The contracts are ready. We got to set everything up. So probably this weekend, probably Saturday, maybe Sunday, but hopefully Saturday we can get it going. Right?
Awesome. I'm away for the weekend, so I certainly hope on Sunday when I get back there'll be some new buttons for me to press and ape into. Okay, so
hey Bob, you gotta mute your phone, bro.
I can mute him. Don't worry. There you go. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I haven't deleted him, have I? Oh Christ.
What's up, Rob?
He may have turned it off, or I may have deleted him, but hopefully he'll be back. He won't take it personally. Okay, so previously, we tried recording this, we had some issues, but I did ask Sam if Sam had any questions. You had one, which we discussed, but Sam, now you've heard about these limited edition tokens.
Yeah.
As you said, you're very cautious about wanting to get rid of any of your CashX.
Yeah.
More questions for Cash, man?
Well, what is incentivizing you? I know it's gonna 20% goes to the treasury, so you're supporting the treasury by giving up your CashX for the L tokens. But what it actually makes you do that? Is there going to be a differential in the price that incentivizes you to get the L token rather than just CashX? Is there going to be a differentiation, an opportunity, if you like? But obviously, you have to get above
Yeah, we just talked
20%
about
if
that.
you're going to give up those 20% of your tokens to the Treasury. And I know you're supporting the Treasury, which is fantastic, but you need to get that 20%, wouldn't you, as well? Or am I not understanding something?
Yeah.
If you already have the CashX or whatever token in your wallet, then you already have it. If you sack for it, you're not paying the tax, and it would be 11% spread. If you don't, then it's going to be a 15.5 point spread, right?
Okay.
So that's something that is very important. You're absolutely right. It's very important to work out the math to make sure that if your sole intention was to mint an L token to sell back to the parent, because there will be an IP there, make sure you test it in PulseX and make sure that you know when you do the trade, you'll end up with more of the parent to begin with. I think that's what the arb opportunity when it's priced higher is.
The main goal for people to mint L token would be to get into the farms for the APRs, right? Okay. So as it starts, the APRs are going to be massive. That's going to incentivize people to go over there and to get into the farms. The only way to get into the farms is to go burn your tokens, right? So as we add more farms and as we raise the ratios of our tokens, the APRs go up. And as the APRs go up, that incentivizes people to go and to burn the coins. And for that spread, right? It seems like a big spread, like a 15% spread. But when you're talking about a coin that starts off with zero tokens, zero market cap, and zero liquidity, and the only way that liquidity gets over there is for users to burn their tokens, the liquidity is going to be very thin. So if somebody was to come and to make a buy into that liquidity, the price would move by more than 15%, more than 20%, even with a small buy, because it's not meant for you to go and buy and sell. It's meant for you to mint and to go into the farms. And as more tokens mint and liquidity gets thicker, then it allows room for more buying and selling and bigger buying and selling, right? So if you were to come with $100, I think you would probably move the price right away, like big time with $100. There's zero liquidity. And the only way that liquidity gets over there is when users and treasuries burn the coin and add the liquidity to get that APR in the farms, right?
Yeah, and I mean, also, I would be happy to do it if I did the maths at the moment. It might be that we're talking about you might be able to mint 10,000 CashX, into LcashX to then sell back for 10.5.
Yeah.
It might be very small profits, small gains at the moment.
Just to make it clear, so when you're minting the L token, you're not giving up 20% of your money. So you're getting 1 for 1, and it's burning 80% of the tokens, and then it's selling 20%. So we're accepting that sell pressure to build a treasury in exchange for burning 80% of the rest of the coins. You know what I mean? It's a good trade-off. And then we have a next treasury working that is also buying and burning, generating more cash flow, taking supply out of the original tokens, moving over there with the same value-backed treasury that can offer the same revenue share in the future, right?
I like it.
I think what Cash really did hit that point actually for me as well, because I certainly got the same questions going around in my brain. It's about the farms at the moment. Yeah, we can turn a coin into something which I could put it into the parent farm with a 60% APR, 50% APR, or I could turn it into an L token and put it into that farm, and it might be, I'm only guessing, it might be double that. It might be over 100% APR. I mean, we've still got a couple of the latest farms sitting at about 100% APR, just because of the nature of people who haven't put so much into them. So, yeah, it could actually be a very good way of earning more of distro, DivX, Grand Slam X, whatever you mint to them
And remember, if you're holding it in your wallet, you get reflections. And when people are making LP, they're paying the taxes, which is also creating reflections and creating more burns and sending more money to the treasuries as well, right? The more money the treasuries have, the more investments they have, the more they generate, the more powerful they get. Like, look at the treasuries. If you guys go look at the treasuries, you'll just see it's just buying up coins all day long. All it does is just buy. It's going to add some liquidity to and get into the farms, but it's been on a buying spree, bro. Like, everybody can just go check. It's just buying, right? We've removed a lot of the supply. If you guys look at the supply that's been burned and then the supply that are in all the treasury wallets, that's all bought. That's not like free minted, or that's all bought, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot in there, man. A lot. And we're generating cash flow really nicely, bro. Really nicely.
That brings me on to a question, actually, then, Cash. So generally, you let us know what the treasuries are up to, and every now and again, you may even have a suggestion to say, should the treasury do this or do that? I really like the fact the treasury has lots of options. Is an option then in the cards that some of the parent treasuries will buy up some of the L tokens to keep for reflections or to add to the farms themselves?
Definitely, the treasuries are going to buy, but I also have plans for like a secondary treasury that will buy it up as well. But that's going to come in the future. So you see, like right now, like for example, right? So we've done an offering. So basically, each coin is a share of the company, and the shares get smaller and smaller, and the ratios go up and up. You're buying into a share of a company, basically. And basically, what is going on is we're reducing the fucking supplies. We're pushing the ratios up, and at the same time, the treasuries are growing, and they're making further investment. And we also have coins that are from the start, from sacrifice and for rewards and for what the treasury needs to do. So, like, basically, the ecosystem had about, I think, 1.2 billion PLS and VPLS. So that's basically validating and generating us more PLS. And then we got that VPLS staked, and that's just generating us more PLS inside the VPLS. We got the VPLS staked, earning us vouch and more PLS. We want the vouch. It's 100% deflationary. It's going to be the governance token for the whole vouch protocol. Vouch protocol, see, UPLS pays out a bigger yield on its UPLS as all block rewards go to UPLS. On vouch, all block rewards don't go to the VPLS validators. They go to a community fund. A percent goes to a community fund. That community fund sets up more validators to have more external revenue and generating more. I think we got maybe like 300 validators working right now. So that funds their revenue share for their protocol, and also Vouch got a tax. That tax goes to the Vouch stakers and to the VPLS stakers. So we're just trying to get as much of a position of Vouch protocol as we can to control their revenue share in the future. So what we've done is, first we offered 140 million PLS worth of Distro X, DivX, and GSX OTC. All that was, well, most of it was sold. The GSX was sold out, and that went into VPLS in a secondary treasury, and is also generating us more vouch to add to our ecosystem collection to gain further control. And then now, since GSX completed that, it's offered another 180 million PLS worth OTC. And mind you, we were only getting 100 million at stack. Now we're getting 180 for the same tokens. That is going into a third treasury that goes into ecosystem investments to generate GSX from the farms and take it off and burn it. So we got that set up now. I think we just sold a little bit of GSX for that, I think like 20 million. So we're still working on that, but that's going to just farm and burn. Farm and burn. It's going to be a benevolent farmer, and it's going to stay there and just farm. And each treasury will do that.
We're linking that into the topic on the L tokens. Is there something similar going to happen to the L tokens then?
Say that again?
Oh, linking back to the L tokens, will there be a similar approach with the treasuries for the L tokens to get into vouch and do the same?
Not at first, because their treasuries need to grow. So at first, they're going to be going into external investments to generate more funds to build up investments, right?
Yeah, sure.
But they will be doing buying and burning and stuff like that too.
Sure, gotcha.
And then, so now, let's get into the NFTs, because they should be coming this weekend too, okay? So each NFT is 1 million PLS, okay?
Yeah.
There's 10,000 NFTs total, and there's no time limit to mint them. So you can mint them whenever, and whenever they're sold out, they're sold out. If it's a year, 2 years, whatever, you can always mint them.
Yeah.
All that goes into a treasury, okay? That treasury's job is to put 60% of the funds into an external investment that's going to generate cash flow, 40% into native investments into our farms, which are going to generate our tokens, okay? NFT holders, okay, are going to be able to stake the NFTs. They're going to be able to earn a growing share of GSX, DivX, DistroX, and they're also going to be earning CashX. It's the only place where you can earn CashX. You can't earn CashX nowhere, and all this CashX that's going to be paid out is going to be from cash flow. So 60% goes into external investments, okay? 50% of that, of that cash flow from the external investments buys CashX. It burns 50% of that CashX, and it gives 50% of that CashX to NFT stakers.
Nice.
It takes the other 50% of the total revenue generated from the external investment, and it goes and buys our ecosystem coins to grow our farming positions in the ecosystem to generate even more tokens that pay out to NFT stakers. So the 40% that's staked in our native farms generating, 50% of that is going to go into the revenue share pools, and 50% of that goes to NFT holders. So what we'll do is the user can decide, what are we going to do? We'll put up a poll. Do the NFTs as well want to receive PLSX, Hex, and Ink as rewards from the revenue share? Or do we want to use that as buy pressure to buy more of our coins to reward you more of our coins? It's up to the user. You guys can vote on it, and then we can do it like that, right? Nothing's set in stone, but the way I have everything set up, everything just grows itself, right? You got the growing from the external investments, growing the internal investments, generating more cash flow, and we'll be able to burn CashX and reward CashX.
Nice.
And of course, it will take 180 days to get to the full APR, right?
Yeah.
As the APR starts at 0, right?
Sure. I like the community can decide on coins that it pays out. So my mind has automatically gone to, could there potentially be some L tokens paid out at some point?
No, L tokens won't be paid out, but we could do that in the future by buying them and paying them out. We could do that with the L token treasury if we wanted to do that. All options are on the table, man. We have lots of options. When you have treasuries, you can literally do whatever you need to do.
Indeed. Okay, so Cash, I've got some PLS waiting for this. You said it's coming soon. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, it should be this weekend, man. Like, everything's ready. So I've done all the coin contracts. I got the minting contracts done. So we just got to link up the coin contracts to the minting contracts, and then we'll be good to go, man. NFTs are about good to go too, man. So we should be good for everything this weekend.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, there's a
And then on another note, so like on a side thing that I got going, it's not part of the CashX ecosystem. You know, I'm about to launch Actuator X, right? So regular actuator is going to, the emissions are going to end in about 14 months, right? And a lot of people are trying to show use case, minting different HTTs for trading fees and different ARB opportunities and stuff like that. So I love Actuator, right? So I don't ever want it to end. And I've designed a better version of it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into details, but I got that launching next Saturday. So there's going to be a 24-hour SAC on the Friday, and it will launch on the Saturday. The Actuator token. So there's ACTR, which is the original. This is ACTRX. You're going to be able to take your hex stakes, mint HTTs. Ours is going to be HTTX 3000, HTTX 4000, and there'll be a migration contract as well, where you can migrate your HTTs over to HTTX, as the yield will be a lot bigger in our farms as it's just starting out. I got a lot of deflationary mechanics going on the token, also a treasury, a burn, and a reflection. ACTR, you can stake it in the vaults to earn minting fees. Well, ours, you earn minting fees, you earn migration fees, and in the future, when PLS goes up, as we know, the treasury will also start paying out revenue share, which is going to pay a basket of core coins to the ACTR vaults, right?
Awesome. Yeah,
The
amazing.
emission on Actuator end October 2027. Mine end August 21-27. So we're good to go for 100 years. All right.
Awesome.
The token is very tightly managed. Yeah. And emissions are very low, and it's going to be very easy to give it a lot of value and to send it. You know what I mean? So it also pays reflections. And another thing that I've upgraded, and one of the most important things is that Actuator doesn't have, is that ACTR /PLS and ACTR /hex farm to thicken the liquidity. And we got that. So that will also be there, ready to go as well. Everything's ready. I can deploy it right now, but I'm going to wait another week because I'm deploying everything for CashX ecosystem this weekend.
I'm very excited for that one. That's absolutely amazing. So we'll have to do a video next week about that one, Cash, once it's ready to launch or once it's launched. Because I, for one, will be, I'll be migrating.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it, man. I always got a lot to say. I got mechanics coming up to ask, bro. My tokenomics and mechanics are the best, bro.
Good. Well, listen, I think that probably wraps up our video today then. And let's Sam, have you got any closing thoughts about the L tokens or the NFTs?
No, it's exciting, very exciting. I love hearing Cash talk about it. I need to do a bit more nerding up to learn exactly what he's talking about all the time. But yeah, it's exciting.
Good man. Well,
yeah, you know, there's a lot of things happening in the background, man, and a lot of different things happen with the treasuries. Like, okay, this is gonna do this, this part's gonna do this, and then we can just like grow the whole ecosystem. And like, bro, every minute that passes, bro, we're generating cash flow, and that cash flow is taking coins off the market. And yeah, we're gonna get back to buying and burning, but it's more imperative and it's more useful to the ecosystem right now for us to take the coins off the market and to also add to liquidity, to add to the farms, to dilute the farms down, for us to have to pay less in the future to earn them now. And we're buying the tokens, we're pairing them with cores, and we're adding liquidity, we're thickening things up, and things are gonna get a lot thicker. Trust me, I got big ideas. And then when I got the CashX stablecoin coming along, integrated with the lending and borrowing fucking protocol and the leveraged farming, guys, listen, your CashX, your GSX, your DivX, your DistroX, your L tokens, all going to be able to be used for collateral to make yourself stable coins, bro. And you're also going to be able to lend them out People are going to be able to borrow them. People are going to be able to borrow LP for the farms. It's going to generate more revenue with that spread in between the borrowing and the lending, and that's going to burn more tokens. Oh my God. Yeah, my shit is the best, hands down. Can't fuck with me. Straight up.
That sounds
Anybody
like
that tells you different is fucking stupid.
Cool. Okay, listen, guys. Let's wrap it up. So, Cash, L tokens coming this weekend. NFTs coming this weekend. Actuator X coming next weekend. Yeah. It's a very busy month.
NFTs are going to put a shitload of buy pressure on our ecosystem, and it's going to have continuous buy pressure on our ecosystem because 60% of those funds go over into external investments to generate cash flow, to buy up CashX, burn CashX, reward CashX, and add more liquidity to the farms to keep generating more and more and more, to thicken things up. Man, everything is so beautiful, man. It doesn't get any better. This is like real deal crypto. Those motherfuckers are PvP, bro. We're like PVS, like player versus system. You know what I mean? We can all eat, bro. I don't eat until you guys eat. You know what I mean? These other motherfuckers, bro, they take their debt fee, they mint coins, they dump. I don't sell nothing, bro. I even participate in a farm. I got tens of thousands of dollars in the farms, bro, my own shit. You know what I mean? I love it.
Good man. With the NFTs, it's you could talk for 20 minutes about how it all happens. But the great thing for most people is that they can literally click buy. They can then go stake, and then that's it. And they earn forever. You buy it once, you earn forever.
That's it.
Yeah, nice and simple. So I'll be going down to the bank and asking very nicely for some money so I can get some more PLS ready for these NFTs. All right, guys, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
no? Good. All right.
After the bull market and we go into the bear market, and then our tokens keep pumping and they never stop pumping, and we never have a bear market, and everybody's collecting so much dye that they got dye coming out their fucking ears. People are going to be begging me for more projects. And in the next bear market, guys, we're going to do it super fucking big, like super big. I'm already going to take this shit over here to like $1 billion ecosystem. You're going to see, mark my words, bro. And then what we're going to do from there is going to be incredible. And I haven't even explained phase 3 yet, what we're going to do. But let's get to phase 2 and then we'll talk about phase 3. You know what I mean? But I got big plans, guys. Big plans. I can't be. I don't lose. I only win.
All right, listen, guys. All the best. Nice to see you all. All right, take care, guys.
Have a good one.
All right, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for joining us too, man.